Hello my friends, and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 Genetically Modified Overkill run. Hope you're all doing well. Today, we're going to fill the entire world with fire and steel in a terrible breach of environmental regulations by playing the Technomage, combined with the old, and also the old. This tiny map is going to make the number of enemies and the slow damage that we do kind of interesting, and also means that we will just be covering the entire map in flames and turrets. I'm going to go ahead and grab another wrench, I think, for the Technomage. We can use a variety of different weapons, but I think I just want to use the most constructs possible so that we can have the most turrets on the field that we can. Because we're double old, the enemies are very slow, which should give us an edge in the early game. But remember that we won't be able to use melee weapons effectively, because the Technomage reduces our melee and ranged damage. And elites, of course, are going to be in this tiny map with us, which is going to be extremely difficult. We also have minus 20% speed, which is going to make it tough to dodge. We already have 21 harvesting, so I could roll for harvesting, or I could just pick up some other stats. I'm just going to grab the luck here. Rather than roll for harvesting, I think it makes sense to just pick up other early economy stats. The old, of course, just to remind you, gets lower enemy speed, but our speed is lower, and also our map size is much smaller, and the Technomage gets extra attack speed for every elemental damage we get, and extra elemental damage for every structure we have on the field. So the more of each of those things we get, the better. We pick up the wrench here, and I think neither of these are good enough to lock, so we're just going to roll. We'll take the wrench, lock the weird food, which is good enough to lock, and lock another wrench. Unfortunately, one short of buying a fourth wrench, but I think we'll survive. So obviously right now, the enemies are all just dying in one shot to our turrets, but later on, the scared sausage will be very important to try to set everything on fire. Go ahead and pick that up. Also, of course, we have fewer levels, so that's going to make it harder to get defensive stats. Let me roll here. I think we will just take 5 harvesting when we actually see it. Because the Technomage gives you higher level up requirements, so we're going to need to get around those as well. Take a wrench here, lock a landmines, and roll. And roll again, grab a wrench, and roll. Roll one more time, and pick up another wrench. Just want to max out on wrenches. I'm really hoping to find scared sausage. That's going to be kind of the most important item for us, but we will buy elemental damage just for our structure attack speed as well. And of course, the incendiary turret's another good way to just light people on fire, and only 2 of those on this tiny map will be enough to make sure the entire map is burning at all times. I really love this postage stamp-sized map. It's just so funny. Here, let's just grab some maximum HP. I definitely will need defensive stats as we go into the later waves. And the landmines are great because they're going to cover the entire map in explosions. Had to make a brief cut in the video there because I was attacked by the world's loudest sneeze, and rather than blow out all your eardrums, I decided to just do that off camera. We're going to go ahead and re-roll here and pick up a lemonade. I don't really need to increase my percentage damage, although once we get scared sausage, which we do hope to, our percentage damage will be important for that. So actually, let's go ahead and lock the bait. It's also very cheap to get it this early, so this is only 35 for 8% damage, plus more enemies, which is good, because that's more money for us. I think is worth grabbing. I'm going to reroll one more time. We're still guaranteed to see a weapon. I'd really like to lock a wrench here, but for 5, I'm not going to reroll again. One thing that's interesting in these GMO runs is you're never quite sure what weapon tags or what shop tags you're going to get. The Technomage is more likely to find elemental items and stuff in the shop. But I don't know if this combination is more likely to, so whether we're able to find scared sausage, I'm not certain of. I do like that as soon as the enemies spawn, every turret just shoots them. It's just really fun tower defense. Here, I will just grab 5 more harvesting. It's early enough that that will still be good. We'll pick these up and then roll. Still really looking for more wrenches. We gain elemental damage for every structure we have. Engineering is still good, though, to make our actual structures just do more damage. So we're going to pick up the pencil. We're going to pass on the baby elephant. That's not really part of our plan, I don't think. Although we will pick up a lot of materials, so maybe I should have grabbed it, but I think it's fine to just pass on it for now. Level up to a level 2 wrench, which is amazing here, and I will boost my percent damage. Grab another wrench, and that's more structures on the field, so the garden, of course, is going to be excellent. All of those lampreys did spawn, and we took a bit of damage from them, but they spawned on top of our incendiary turret. It lit them all on fire, so we were able to kill them very, very quickly. And we get extra money from that, which is nice. Definitely going to need armor, dodge, more move speed before we fight an elite is going to be critically important for us as well. Probably going to try to stick to only 2 incendiary turrets maximum if we can manage that. We're actually falling a little behind on income, even though we have the extra harvesting, just because there's so many fewer enemies on the field from playing double old. So I'm going to have to keep taking harvesting, I think, just to make sure that our economy doesn't fall too terribly behind. And if we find any increases to our enemy spawn rate, that would be massive for us. Go ahead and go to 2 level 2 wrenches. You don't want to overlap too much on these because the fire doesn't stack on the level 2 wrenches. So you do have to be careful not to end up with too many of those. All right, a cursed bag with only 4 curse. That's extremely lucky, so very happy to see that. And obviously a wrench is great as well. Yeah, a cursed bag with only 4 curse. That will help a lot with our economy issues. We already have a weapon lock, so I'm not going to reroll here. The main reason to reroll with 2 items locked on wave 5 is because that's the last wave where you're guaranteed to see 1 weapon in the shop. On wave 1 and 2, you're guaranteed to see 2 weapons. On wave 3, 4, and 5, you're guaranteed to see 1 weapon. But since we already have a wrench locked, we're not going to reroll. So you can see our 2 incendiary turrets spawn directly adjacent to each other. So actually, in the patch before the DLC launched, they changed the way that constructs spawn on the field. So they can no longer spawn directly on top of one another. They'll always spawn a little bit offset. And there's a minimum distance outside the edge of the map that they can spawn at. So for this character, we're going to end up with our constructs really clustered in sort of a weird ball in the center of the arena here, because anything else would break the rules about where constructs can spawn. Here, I could take 8% damage. I think let's just go ahead and grab that. That's fine. And then I'm going to level up to a level 3 wrench and keep 2 level 2s so that we still have 2 incendiary turrets. Another cursed bag. This is a worse cursed bag. Cursed items do have a random... their stats are slightly randomized, but another cursed bag is truly staggeringly lucky. I guess this is some of the streamer luck I'm always hearing about. So I will take another cursed bag and grab the scared sausage, so we can now set enemies on fire. Definitely going to take the wrench in the boiling water as well. So this could not have been a better shop for us. Truly excellent. So that should get our economy going. And also our main strategy of lighting enemies on fire. And then they inch slowly around the field with their decreased movement speed while burning. Oh no, the walrus. At least it wasn't cursed walrus. The cursed shrimp there is much less dangerous. Alright, our double cursed bag immediately paying off because we dropped 1 crate. Definitely going to want to boost my luck as well since we have 2 cursed bags. So dropping a crate is worth 45 materials, any luck that we can find is incredibly valuable. Take some more engineering, of course, and then I guess I will just take the 9% dodge just because it's a higher level upgrade. Take the engineering, and then we're going to go to another level 3 wrench, another level 2 wrench, and more elemental damage, which both, of course, increases the damage that our scared sausage is doing, and also increases our construct attack speed, because we are the Technomage. Another scared sausage, excellent, but I'm actually going to buy the propeller hat first. Like I said, every point of luck is so valuable for this character that we really need to heavily prioritize it. If I get even one more crate, then this propeller hat will have instantly paid for itself, so really good to grab that. And of course we want to level our wrenches as well. One downside to this build is that, just like they changed the rules for construct spawning, they also changed the rules for how enemies get lit on fire. So previously, if you had Snake, which makes the fire spread from one enemy to another, then if one enemy got lit on fire, the second always would be. Now, that only happens if the enemy actually lives. So if our turret shoots an enemy and kills it immediately, if we have Snake, a second enemy won't get lit on fire, which means that the scared sausage is actually a much less effective, and Snake especially, is a much less effective item than it used to be. Getting 3 crates this wave, of course, is amazing. Coupon, excellent. Spyglass, I will take as well. One more cut in the video there for an attack of the sneezes. I'm at the point of having the flu where I feel totally fine and like my voice is fine and everything, but I just am sneezing every like 5 minutes. So you will see the occasional pause in this video so that I can spare headphone users. It's a bad flu season this year, so go get your flu shots. Don't be like me and wait until you get sick. Here we are going to probably just grab the regeneration. I definitely need some healing. Accursed improved tools. Okay, well this run truly has everything. Getting the cursed improved tools for increased structure attack speed is going to make everything that we're doing even better. So let's obviously go ahead and grab that, and then we will pick up the scared sausage. I think I'm going to, because I have 2 scared sausages, and the burning damage from scared sausage conflicts a little with the burning from the wrench, I'm going to go to 3 level 3 wrenches here, and then we will take the snake to spread our burning damage around even more. Here, I'm going to probably grab all of these items. I think that this early, the bone dice might be fine, because percent damage will be important to our burning damage. I guess we're already going into wave 9, so bone dice usually takes 5 waves to pay off, so that means I'm paying 58 materials for a bonus on wave 14. If we assume that, then that's actually fine, because that is before our first elite, so I'm going to go ahead and buy the bone dice here, and then lock these items, in part also because we got the spyglass, so we're going to reroll more often, but I'm still not going to reroll, even though it's cheaper and we have the bone dice, because we have 3 items locked in the shop. So now I just need armor, regeneration, and max HP is the thing we need the most of. We've got a lot of great items locked in the shop. Attack speed, of course, will be helpful to make our turrets attack faster, as will elemental damage, but defensive stats I think are the most important thing. We need to get those online before wave 15, because otherwise we're just going to die to the elite. And in a run where Brotato has given me such amazing shop luck already, it would be, I'd really be letting down the game if I ended up dying in this run. Feel like if I lose this run, I don't deserve to have good shops anymore. Oh, can we get this curse alien? Nice, got it right at the end there. Definitely going to take the duct tape. It does cost me 2 max HP, but the armor is really valuable, as of course is the engineering. And then we'll take the defective steroids as well. It does cost me construct attack speed, which is a real downside, but the 2 max HP is just really important. And then here we'll take 9 max HP as well. Let's go ahead and buy this, this, and this. Movement speed also is something I really need to increase. Sharp bullet, excellent. We have all of our turrets, which benefit from the piercing shots on the sharp bullet. And the scar, I think it's still worth buying because we are going into wave 11, so the XP gain will be valuable. I will also take the head injury. We don't really care about... Oh, of course we lose an HP off the bone dice. 10% chance, and we lose an HP. Got no damage from it so far, so going well. We will definitely upgrade our wrench and buy the toxic sludge as well. Do I want the knockback? We've already reduced our knockback, so I don't think we're going knockback in this run. Sometimes with engineering builds, you can build knockback because the constructs will pull the enemies away from you. Knockback is always calculated now away from the player character, so if you have constructs or anything like that, then the knockback will pull the enemies away from you. But this is such a small map, I don't think it matters that much, and we've already decreased it, so it's not something I want to spend money on. Instead, I'd rather focus on spending money on more powerful and useful defensive stats. If I can get 1 alien tongue or something, then our pickup radius will cover the whole map. Okay, yeah, so this is definitely where things are starting to get a little spooky, because I only have 33 HP and, like, 2 armor. And very little health. Health regeneration, so if I take a hit, I will die. I should probably be more mindful of not picking up the fruits from the garden until I actually need them. It's hard in this very small arena, and also we can't really see what's happening, but I'm going to try to work on that. Take the tree here, more elemental damage, great. Here, I might need the movement speed. Attack speed is also good for our construct attack speed. Or % damage just for our burning damage. How much damage is our scared sausage doing? By the way, like relative to the amount of damage our actual weapons are doing. Where is it? Here it is. Yeah, it hasn't done that much so far. When we start facing elites, it will be doing more probably. Let's go ahead and just grab 10 luck. No, I should take movement speed. I think I have to be disciplined there and buy items that are going to help me survive. Here, I'm actually going to combine these to a level 4 wrench. We're going into the horde wave, so I would really like to have an explosive turret, which could help clear the horde wave really quickly with the explosions. We also have increased explosion size and piercing shots, so the explosive turret will be doing twice as many explosions, and the explosions will be larger. Don't need the hand. I do want the alien tongue. I talked about this one already. I am still going to pass on all the knockback. I think we're at -2 HP and +1 damage from the bone dice. So, for those of you who ask me, you know, why I'm salty about this item, you're seeing that in action. Let's take another turret. That's, of course, more elemental damage. And then we get more HP and armor, which is incredible. All right, we finally got 1% damage without losing a health. Bone dice really coming in clutch now. And then I'm rolling again, and I definitely want these items. I wish we could have found the gentle alien before the horde wave. That would have been worth a lot of money. But as is, we're pretty happy to pick up this collection of items as well. Would love to get to like 60 or 70 max HP before we fight the elite. And if we could hit 10 armor or so, that would be a big deal. It would really make it much less likely that we die in 2 attacks to the elite. Of course, you can see me there instantly picking up that consumable, the one that was up here, even though I talked about wanting to avoid doing that. It is pretty difficult to avoid tanking hits in this tiny arena. And, of course, my character is very slow. Definitely also need to increase my damage a little bit before we fight the elite, because we will need to kill it. I think if we try to let it live for the full minute of the wave, then we will just die to it. Only 530 off that horde wave. The medical turret is huge, though. That's a really big heal bonus for us. I will take the ugly tooth as well. That can help us not die to the elite. Here, let's roll move speed or armor. I think I'm going to take the armor. Just trying to get to like 10 armor here. And then I will buy this, this, and this. The question is, do I want 3 incendiary turrets, like if I combine 2 level 1 turrets, or do I just want 2 laser turrets? I think we've got enough fire from the scared sausages that I will just combine to 2 laser turrets. Excuse me. Alright, our third bag, excellent. We'll take that, of course, as well. Blindfold, currently not very good, but the dodge will be important later on, so I do want to start building that. And the mutation for more elemental damage, I think we just buy any elemental damage we see, so even relatively inefficient elemental damage like that, we definitely want to pick up. Take the cute monkey here, and I will lock the lemonade and the shady potion. Do we want the small magazine? It's 10% attack speed, which is 5% construct attack speed, but minus 6% damage. I think for 130, we don't need that. But let's roll once just for... We've got cheaper rerolls and bone dice, so it's pretty good to reroll in general. And we get to lock a tree. Up to 38 HP on wave 12, so I've got 3 waves to get like 20 to 30 HP. As well as a bunch more armor and healing. The garden, of course, is very helpful, and the medical turret as well is going to help keep us alive against the elite, so I'm feeling better than I was before. Feel like the explosions from the landmines, yeah, they're big, but they don't cover the entire map. We need like one more explosion size item before our landmines really start taking off. One more alien tongue as well, just to cover the entire map in our pickup radius would be really nice. The thing about this character is that the decreased enemy spawns are a really severe economic penalty. So as much as it seems like this would be a really easy run, I think it's actually a fairly challenging one. Pile of books, although obviously we've gotten quite lucky in this run with 2 cursed bags and everything. Pile of books, excellent, of course. We don't have a ton of crit chance, but any more damage that our constructs can do is great. Do I take 3 engineering here? We've got 19 already, so I think I might reroll and look for defensive stats. And then, yeah, we found 3 armor or 4 regeneration. I think I'm going to take the armor. I'm going to rely on the medical turret and the garden to keep me healed. We will, of course, still build regeneration, but I think armor will be more important overall. Take another scared sausage and the tree, lemonade, and shady potion. Honestly, we might not need to build more scared sausages, by the way, because every enemy is going to be being hit a few times by our constructs, so it will get caught on fire. More scared sausages actually doesn't really improve our damage output, but this is a Technomage run, so I just want to take the scared sausage because it, you know, it's a themed item for the character. Take the leather vest here and the peaceful bee. That's some more % dodge and also gives me more armor. Again, need to increase my max HP, but pretty happy to get more defensive stats there. The pearl. We have 40 luck, so this would be 4% damage for 136. I think we can afford to speculate on the pearl because I have 40 luck, and I will buy more luck pretty aggressively. I think the pearl will end up being like plus 7 or 8% damage, which isn't great. That's worse than injection in terms of increase to our % damage. But then if we find another pearl, if we happen to get the 3% chance, then it's really good. Gonna drink some water here. Would love to get another explosive turret. That would increase our damage a lot, so I do want to level up my wrenches a little more. Obviously, also, any construct that we find that we can just buy as an inventory item is incredible for us. Yeah, so you can see that the cursed spawner there took a long time for our constructs to defeat. So I am concerned that some of these elites could be quite dangerous for us if I don't have the defensive stats that we need, because it will take us a long time to kill it. Take the tree here. Another turret is excellent. I'll just take 12% damage. That will help with the burning damage. And then we're going to go ahead and upgrade these. Definitely do not want the white flag. Let's continue to upgrade. So let's get a second explosive turret, and then we will get, I think, a laser turret here. So we're going to go ahead and buy this, and then buy this to get the level 3 turret. Buy a cake. Roll. The last scared sausage. Definitely going to buy this, although, as I talked about, it might not actually be necessary. We probably could have stopped on one scared sausage and been fine. But I think it's still great to do this. So I'm going to focus on picking up maximum HP. Ideally, we get a level up and get to pick up a plus 9 HP off of our level 15, guaranteed plus 3. Because wave after this one is the elite. Need to stay away from the garden, ideally, so that I'm not eating too many of the fruits by accident. These waves that aren't elite waves, I'm much less concerned about, but I'm sort of trying to like get myself in the right headspace to play around the elite. I think it's easy with a run that's been quite straightforward so far. This has been a very easy run, obviously, to get overconfident. And then when we fight an elite, which is the thing that could actually kill this character, we could just like walk into it, take 1,000,000 damage and die. So we definitely need to put ourselves in the frame of mind of having to play carefully so that we remember to do that. Shady Potion, it does cost me healing, but more luck, of course, is great, so we're going to grab that. And then here, I'm going to reroll. I'm looking for maximum HP. Rolling again, and yeah, we'll take the 9 max HP. That gets us to 50, or almost to 50, so it's not incredible. I definitely would prefer more, but that's enough that we should probably be able to take 2 hits from the elite with 14 armor before we die, and hopefully our turrets and everything will heal us back up during that time. I'm going to buy all of these items. They are all good for us. And then roll here. Lost in HP, of course. Locking a wrench and rolling again. First book is worth 2 engineering, so we'll pick that up. And I guess I will just lock a bunch of wrenches. Not going to reroll for 9. So let's take a look at our bone dice also, just because I want to complain. Where is it? Here it is. Yeah, we've gained 5% damage and lost 4 HP off of 10% chances. So we're running behind on that, of course. But let's go fight the elite. The elite gets to spawn long before all my constructs get to spawn. Also, I think this is one of the harder elites we could fight because it has a difficult attack pattern for us to stay away from it. Actually, its attack pattern is so large that it's outside of the arena, so never mind. This is actually a very easy elite for us to fight. That's funny. Because the outer ring is so spaced out from the elite that it's just attacking the empty void outside the arena. And we did manage to build up enough percent damage and construct attack speed and everything that the elite died very quickly once it got into the center of all of our turrets. Making a lot of money there. A cursed hunting trophy? Sure. 10% crit chance, which of course our constructs can crit, and a 63% chance to gain a material. We have gotten some truly incredible cursed items this run. You know what? This is going to be the very first time I think I ever buy this item on my channel. And in fact, this may be the very first time I've ever bought Estes Couch ever. Because this item is garbage. But when you already have minus 21% speed, this is going to be plus, how much is this? Plus 60, plus 82 regeneration. So we're going to go all the way up to 81 regeneration off the Estes Couch. Now we're going to move very, very slowly. but I think this is enough regeneration that we'll be able to tank through the elites. Sift's Relic, obviously we don't need the chance to attract a material, but 6 armor and 18 dodge, of course, is incredible, so we're going to grab that. Let's pick up a wrench, and I guess we'll get another explosive wrench, and another level 3 wrench. Roll a whistle, sure. We'll take a coral as well. In fact, I just want all of these items, so I'm just going to lock them all. So here's a question. I can reroll for 0. I think nothing happens, right? We can't reroll and get the bone dice effect. You actually have to have a non-locked shop slot in order for this reroll to actually go off and give you the bone dice effect. So we didn't get to try at a bone dice there. All right, so we are slow. You can see how quickly, or rather not quickly, we move. I've never seen cursed Estes Couch, but normally curse items reduce the penalty. But given that Estes Couch, the penalty increases the regeneration you get from it, I wonder how the curse effect works on it. Does it give you more negative speed? Or did they not think of that? One thing I do like about the curse mechanic in general is that most of the time they've thought of the weird corner cases. A lot of the items, like Sift's Relic, for example, gives you dodge in addition to the armor that it normally gives you, and I think that's kind of cool. I actually didn't know that before we just found this cursed Sift's Relic. I hadn't seen a cursed relic before. Alright, more regeneration while standing still. Treasure map, sure. I'm gonna take some armor here because we're pretty much just gonna have to tank through it. Whatever enemies show up, we are just going to have to deal with it. Oh, is that even good, the toolbox? Because we lose 4% construct attack speed. I think we've got enough construct attack speed that the toolbox is still worth buying, because it increases the per shot damage of our weapons a lot, but I should have thought about having improved tools first. Yeah, because oh wait, it's actually 83% of the attack speed, because it's cursed improved tools, so maybe the toolbox isn't actually good. Let's roll here. We will... Oh, Campfire's nice. It increases my regeneration, elemental damage, and everything by a lot. I guess I will take the alien magic, though, just to try to avoid dying to this elite, but I will lock all of these items and then do a reroll. And then I'll buy the weird ghost as well. Even this late, we will have enough regeneration that the weird ghost is going to be good for us. So I want to kind of stand still, I think, and try to regenerate through it, because we're certainly not going to dodge the attacks. So I'm going to use the coral to just tank through what the elite is doing, though I don't want to stand perfectly still and let the elite just stay on top of me, because that will outdamage even 100 regeneration. All right, so we got there. I kind of love this run. I bought an item I've literally, I think, never bought in actually hundreds of hours of Brotato. Probably close to 1,000 hours at this point. I think I've literally never bought Estes Couch. Just goes to show that even the weirdest items have their place. Very happy to take an explosive turret, of course, and we'll take the small fish as well. Glass cannon, this can help with our percent damage, but I think I'm actually going to recycle it. Our fire damage. I think I'm actually going to recycle it. Increasing our fire damage would be good, but I need the armor because we are in such trouble if enemies get on top of me and I can't tank through it. Pocket Factory, obviously great here. Pick the max HP. Then I'm going to buy all of these items and roll. Chainsaw is kind of interesting. So this does engineering damage and will damage based on our engineering and will attack very, very quickly. This will maybe help us kill the bosses very fast. So I think I am going to grab the chainsaw here just so that we can kill the bosses a little bit faster. So let's combine by that. More crit chance is actually good for us because we have Pile of Books. Okay, well, Cursed Chainsaw, obviously that's better than the chainsaw that I just bought. And the Cursed Chainsaw, of course, is going to help us kill the bosses much faster. Look how fast we're healing. Even before our medical turret spawned, we had healed back to full, basically. Ow. That guy shot me. That one didn't somehow, even though the projectile passed directly over my head. We're really not making that much money. Just the small number of enemy spawns really decreases the amount of money you make. So even though we have Pile of Books and Cursed hunting trophy, we're still not making that much money. I will take the bandana, I guess. No, I'm going to recycle it. We already have 1 pierce. I don't think we need 2 because the arena is so small and there's so few enemies on the field. And I want to get enough damage that we can buy the chainsaw. Definitely don't take the speed here, but I'll take 16% damage. So how much does this recycle for? That is 78. We have 564. So that's 630, 642. So if I recycle the level 3 chainsaw, we can buy the level 4. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. I do want these other weapons, of course, as well, or other items, of course, as well, but just making sure I have the level 4 chainsaw, I think, is going to be good. Then I'll take my free reroll and get 1% damage. The bone dice here, let's see how they're performing. 7 gained, 5 lost. Not impressed with the bone dice. Really letting me down. But we have 90 regeneration, so we should be able to tank through most of what the enemies do. We're so slow. If the elites pile up on top of me, we're definitely going to be in trouble. Because I'm not going to be able to get away from them. So I do have to kind of hope that they split to either side of me. And that we can focus one of them down at a time. Otherwise, this Estes couch, despite the amount of regeneration it's giving us, is going to get us killed by just making us too slow to dodge. We also only have 30% dodge. We just haven't found a lot of that. In fact, a lot of what we have comes from the Cursed Sif's relic, so it is pretty lucky to have gotten that much at all. I'll take the energy bracelet for sure, and defective steroids is good as well. Here, let's take 3 elemental damage, because that's going to increase my construct attack speed, which we do need. Then I'll take the wrench. 23 max HP, I think, is worth losing some attack speed. Campfire we'll grab. Let's roll. Clockwork Wasp I can't really take, because it cost me 10 regeneration to pick that up. So let's just take the head injury and roll. Take some more percent damage, and then roll some more. And that's pretty much it. Let's just keep rolling because... Oh, the fairy would be pretty good as well. Let's just keep rolling, of course, because we want to potentially trigger the bone dice. And also just see what's in the shop. And then let's see if this Cursed Chainsaw, which should kill the bosses very quickly, is enough to get us there. Or if our very, very low move speed gets us killed. I definitely want to focus down the whale boss first. It's by far the more dangerous of the two. I think it's interesting that on this map there is an elite is a boss that's much more dangerous than the other two. On the basic map, the octopus head boss is more dangerous. But on this map, the whale is wildly more dangerous than the serpent. So it really is important, I think, to focus that one down first. But because we had the chainsaw, which dealt 25,000 damage, and of course our constructs just wiped everything out, we were able to kill the bosses and survive. And chalk up a win, I guess, for Este's couch. Never seen this item be good before, but it was pretty good here. This was a super fun run, obviously. A lot of weird stuff happened. We did get quite lucky with double cursed bag in a row, finding all 4 scared sausages and everything. Lots of turrets as well. Coupon was good. The bags were worth 1,500 materials. The metal detector was quite good as well. Improved tools ended up decreasing our construct attack speed, by the way, because I just had to buy a bunch of items that decreased my attack speed. But I think it was still worth it to buy like the stone skin and stuff at the end there. The toolbox I shouldn't have bought. That was definitely bad, I think. What else? The sharp bullet, of course, is great on this tiny map. The scar got us to level 19, so that's pretty nice. Finding Gentle Alien was big economy. And the hunting trophy was not as good as I would have expected it to be. With 25% crit chance, you would expect this to be worth more money than that, but just because we had so few enemies on the field, the hunting trophy was less efficient than you might have expected. Alright, my friends, I hope that you enjoyed this run. This was a super fun one, and of course, as always, if you have enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a comment and hit like. Helps me out, of course, with the algorithm, so I appreciate you taking the time to do that. And you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato nonsense and other strategy game analysis. Cheers, folks. I'll catch you next time.